Right, this time, so we're going to serve files using the CloudFront CDN. We're going to create an Amazon S3 bucket using the management console. We can use the API or the CLI as well, but we're going to use the console. So S3. Create a bucket. We're going to enter a unique name. Add some random letters and numbers to make the bucket name unique. Right, ensure that the Oregon West is selected, which it is. Bucket names must be globally unique so that they're DNS compliant. Make sure that the ACLs are selected. Bucket owner. Leave the block all public access in place. No other changes are needed. This is where we can set more granular position. Let's finish creating the bucket. Click bucket. Right, so did I do what I was told? Did. Alright, and then we can move on to CloudFront. So CloudFront is the content delivery service. Amazon CloudFront is in Amazon CloudFront, the content is organized into distributions. Each distribution has a unique CloudFront domain name. This can be used to reference objects throughout the global network on its edge locations. To use the CloudFront, we store the original version of your file in one or more of the origin servers. The server is located in... an origin server is the location of the definitive version of an object. It could be an Amazon S3 bucket, an EC2 instance, it could be in a load balancer or another server. So we're going to create a distribution to register the origin server with CloudFront. You use the distribution domain name in the web pages, media player, or an application. When users request an object using the domain name, they're automatically routed to the nearest edge location where that is found. So we need CloudFront. Create a distribution. Origin, we want the bucket. Origin path, don't think we need. Access, we want origin access control. This is different to their docs. Access control. Okay, I do have to pick one. Create one. They've renamed it in the docs. It's just got control setting, whereas they OAC, whatever that means. Origin access control, okay. Yeah. So we're going to use the bucket. Ensure the sign-in requests happen. Right, so we can create. The origin access control ensures that S3 origins. It secures, not ensures. It secures the S3 origins by allowing access to only the designated distribution. This will follow the AWS best practice for using an IAM service principal to authenticate with S3 origin. So we can create, we don't need any other stuff. Or maybe we do. Thank you for the follow. I think this lab's probably out of date. None of it is the same as their docs. What do we want? Okay, yeah, there we go. So default for above, don't enable. Scroll down to the settings and in the price class use North America, Europe. CloudFront minimizes end-user latency by delivering content from its entire network. Price classes let you reduce the delivery prices by excluding CloudFront from more expensive edge locations. In these cases, CloudFront will deliver the content from edge locations within the location of the price class that you have selected. It would charge you for the data transfer and request pricing from the actual location where it was delivered to. Time required for deploying the CloudFront distribution also depends on the number of selected edge locations. Right, change the root object to gallery index. Why is it asking me for a cert? You're not telling me what cert to use. Student is not authorized to perform. Oh, it's optional. Let's just leave it. Let's see if it will create without one.
TellerStack says, I can't see the cert because IAM permissions are lacking.
Yeah. It's weird that it comes up with a red message. You'd expect them to at least put that in the docs that you don't need to put anything. So we created the distribution, we brought to the distribution details page. CloudFront will automatically assign an ID at the top of the page. We'll have a distribution domain name to the distribution and start updating the edge locations to serve the content. Return to the distributions table. Within the table, observe the status field. So we're enabled. You do not need to wait for the distribution to finish deploying completely, and you may proceed to the next lab step. So, did we do it? We did. Right, so now we're going to upload an image gallery to the bucket. It will consist of a set of images, a HTML page that lists the images, and then JavaScript and CSS to enhance the visualization. Download the demo gallery to your computer and unzip the file after download is complete. Copy and paste the link to a new browser tab and enter to begin the download. Extract instruction. Why is it telling me how to unzip something? Right, navigate to S3 in the management console. Let's go over to S3. in the bucket. Right, it's going to want the gallery.zip extract to gallery. And then wants me to upload the gallery. You can also drag and drop. Perfect. Bolsh. Within the gallery folder, there's it will look like this. Click on the upload. You will see a blue notification showing the progress of the upload. Wait for the notification to turn green and report upload succeeded. See the speed of my internet now. There we go. Alright, so we can close that. That's done. Next steps. All the uploaded files are private by default. They can only be viewed by the AWS account owner. You can make them accessible to everyone using the console. In the lab step, we'll modify the permissions of the bucket so that the content can be accessed publicly. Go to permissions. We can unblock the public access. Ensure that the other checkboxes are unchecked. You should carefully consider any time that you allow public access to an S3 bucket. AWS has implemented these security features to help prevent data breach. In this lab, there is no sensitive data, so you can do whatever you want. The setting is an extra layer of security. It does not automatically make objects public. By turning this off, you are confirming that you understand the implication of making the objects in the S3 bucket public. Poorly managed S3 buckets are a common cause of unauthorized data breach. I remember this used to be off by default. It's like, what? Yeah, please confirm that you're going to completely publicly access the bucket. Alright, cool. Right, now down to bucket policy. We want to create a policy. I've got one here. Edit. So this allows get objects. I need the bucket on, copy. This policy allows you to get an object from the bucket. This is a very permissive policy. It's suitable for the lab and the bucket that is used to host a public website. This kind of policy should not be used within AWS with sensitive data. So we don't need that. So save the policy. In the policy editor, replace the ARN with, yeah, done that. So we save the changes. You'll be returned to the permissions tab. So actually go back to objects gallery. So we can see everything in there. You've got index HTML. There should be an object URL, so we can see the images. There we go. Look at the URL in the address bar. It'd be similar to this. The URL of the S3 bucket object that follows this syntax. You may encounter older buckets that have a different syntax. In 2020, the AWS changed the new buckets to use the current format. Right, testing the CloudFront distribution. In this step, you'll test that you can access the gallery website through the CloudFront distribution that we've created. Navigate back to CloudFront. Observe that the CloudFront distribution is now deployed. The status of your distribution should still be displayed, enabled, along with the recent data timestamp of the last modified. Recall that this field previously read deploying, which it did, yes. Now that the previously created distribution is ready, you can browse the demo gallery boosted by a CloudFront edge location. Copy the value in the distribution name column. Open the browser and paste the following into the address bar, replacing the distribution domain name with the following domain name. So it's the same website but hosted via CloudFront. You should experience a dramatic increase in the loading speed during the image loading. The increase can be difficult to detect because modern browsers are so good at efficiently caching the website. However, first page load of CloudFront will always be quicker than the first load using the S3 domain. I wonder if we can actually test it. What if we do a... So 160 for that. It took longer. Funny. Alright. Alright, so in this step we confirm that the CloudFront distribution successfully serves the content in the S3 bucket with improved performance. Disabling the CloudFront distribution. If you don't need the distribution anymore, you can disable it and then delete it. The disabled distribution is no longer functional and Amazon stops billing you for it. In this step, we'll disable the front distribution. So go to CloudFront, go to the distribution, click on the row, disable, yes. Observe the status field is now disabled. It will take 2 to 3 minutes to disable the distribution from all edge locations. It can take up to 15 minutes. The disabled distribution can be re-enabled. So that's all we had to do. Once the distribution has been disabled, it can be deleted. Make sure that the CloudFront distribution has been fully disabled before trying to delete it. Until the distribution is completely disabled, the delete button will not show up. And I've got, yeah, it's still greyed out. Alright, so we'd have to wait for it to finish this step. We've got another ad. What the hell? Right, should we do something while that is doing its thing? Where's marbles at? Try that one, it's got 30%. Oh, cool. Right, we'll do a... There you go, 5 minutes you got. Do a exclamation point play. That'll get you in the race. Pretty funky. Yeah, if you want to play, we'll do a marbles race while we're waiting for the CloudFront to delete itself. Okay. It'd be good if this posted into chat. Said like, this is what you have to do.
Msek says. Type. Play to join the marbles race.
Keep this up as like a little screen and I can see when it pops up then. Oh, it does actually let me type it. Alright, we'll do that in a minute. Do you go around those slots like a... Oh, that's cool. Like one of those coin machine things. Then it just spits you out at the bottom. How do I stop it? There you go. Shush. Alright, let's go back to that. Right, delete button has worked, so we can now delete it. This will then delete the distribution, it will immediately disappear. We have created the bucket, created the distribution, uploaded the demo website, served its content through both S3 and CloudFront, and then we've deleted CloudFront. And final step is we need to empty the bucket and then delete it. So you get rid of CloudFront, go to bucket, delete the content. Or we can just empty it, do that. Do that from the bucket level. Empty, there we go. Delete. I'll permanently delete. There we go. So that gets rid of that. And then we can delete. That gets rid of the bucket. Yeah, there's no check, so that's it. So we just need to make sure we delete it.